Good morning, everyone. Hello. If you're just joining the stream now, welcome to the broadcast. And if you're watching the recorded one, welcome to you as well. And thank you for watching, and thank you for coming on today. My name is Anthony. I was born in the US, so I'm from Atlanta, Georgia, in the south of the US. Let me know what your name is and where you're from, and what your plans are for the next few days. My plans for the next few days are playing video games and working. Aside from working, just playing some video games, watching some TV series. How about for you guys? What are your plans? And there's a small a delay of time from when you enter your message in the chat until I see it. So that's why it takes a moment. My other hobbies, by the way, are playing music. So I like doing that during my free time. And I like to be creative when I have free time. I like to create something, create stories, invent something, trying to keep my mind active. I think during this time period, during these days, during the quarantine and everything, it's not good to stay lazy. I think we need to stay active, also physically active as well. So if you're able to write in the chat, let me know. We'll get to know each other just a little bit. Nice. Looks like we have 8 people joining in so far. Ah, nice. Valentina from Florence. Nice. Nice to meet you in this way, Valentina. And thank you for letting me know. So we'll give a few more minutes for some of the other answers to come in. I am in Milan, by the way. So I work at one of the Maya schools here in Milan. Valentina, in these days I study English. Nice. It's a good way to take advantage of some free time at home, right? Study English. Perfect. Alice looks like. Hello, I'm Alice. I'm from Puglia, but actually I live near Milan. Okay. In the next few days, I'm staying at home reading books and watching TV series. Nice. That is something I should do more. I think I don't read enough books. It's a good idea. Valentina. Perfect. Cinzia. Hi, I'm Cinzia from Bologna. I'm going to watch series and read books. Wow. Some good book readers in here. Mauro. This is Mauro. Hi. I was born in Genoa and live here too. Okay. So you live in Genoa. Nice. Valentina, and I'm playing my sons. Okay, so playing with playing with your sons. Okay. Nice. It's good to be with other people, at least in your home. Yeah, that helps a little bit. Nice. Thank you guys very much for your answers. So, Is anybody here a fan of science fiction? Oh, we have another answer. Filippo. And Filippo from Rimini. In the next few days, a lot of Maya's webinars. Reading and some works at home. Nice. Okay, yeah. That's a good way to spend some time. Perfect. Hopefully, I'm trying to continue studying Italian as well. I'm trying to improve and I want to keep working on it. So I have a lot of free time now, so I can do that. Anyway, Filippo, I'm a sci-fi fan. Yes, perfect. I'm not the only one. Many times when I do a lesson like this, I have a focus like this in the school. I'm the only sci-fi fan sometimes. But now, today, I'm not alone. But this focus talks about outer space, of course. Outer space. In this focus activity, talking about space, phrases for guessing, pros and cons. Okay, so this is really the useful part for everyday life. Yeah, it's nice to talk about sci-fi, talk about space, but we have phrases that we can use in everyday conversation about other things too. So those are good. Phrases for speculating about what you think, about something that you don't really know, something that you're not sure about. And pros and cons. So plus, minuses, good things and bad things. First, we start with a little quiz, a space quiz. I'll test you guys, see how much you know. Some of this information was new for me as well. So we'll see what you can guess. See if you can guess A, B, or C to each of these questions. So question number 1, how many years old is the Earth? Number 2, who was the first man on the moon? Number 3, how long does the moon take to travel around the Earth? Number 4, what is a black hole? Number 5, how many planets are there in our solar system? For number 5, it depends who you ask. I have one answer, but scientists may have a different answer. So let me know what your answers are to these. Questions 1 through 5. This is like a quiz you would hear from Neil deGrasse Tyson, the astrophysicist. Valentina says for me B. Okay, for you B for number 1. Okay, nice. Valentina, the response to question 1. Okay, yeah, got nice. Filippo for 1B. Yeah, something like that. I believe B is correct, actually. Chinchilla says B as well. So most people are saying B, 4.6. Because 46 billion is a long time. 460 million? I think it's more than that. And you guys are absolutely correct. Perfect. Really good job. 4.6 billion years old. Number 2, the first man on the moon. This one is not too difficult, I think. I think we can find the correct answer. 2, C. Yes, yes, exactly. 2 is C. Because of course, Louis Armstrong is a jazz musician, so I don't think he went to the moon. Lance Armstrong is the cyclist, didn't go to the moon, but of course Neil Armstrong. Number 3, how long does the moon take to travel around the Earth? The 3B. I think LHS is 3B. Okay. B is correct. 27.3 days. Oh, because the others are 27.3 hours? 27.3 weeks? Yeah, definitely days. Yeah, about 1 month, right? Number 4. What is a black hole? Answers coming in. For, we say one, Cincinnia says 4C, Filippo says 4C, Valentina 4B, and Alex 4B. Okay. Okay, well, it's not a hole in the ozone layer. It is a collapsed star. Yeah, so a star that has died and yes. You can watch videos probably on YouTube from Neil deGrasse Tyson, who talks about black holes and dark matter and crazy things like that, theories about what is in space. It's quite interesting, though. Nice. Well, it was a good try, anyway. Number 5. How many planets are there in our solar system? We see 5B. Filippo says 5B. Valentina 5C, and Jean says 5B. Okay. I think all of those answers are kind of correct. Because technically, scientists, they say 8. Because they say Pluto is not a planet. But I disagree. LJ 5B, yeah. I disagree. I believe that Pluto is still a planet. In my opinion. I believe. What do you think? Do you think Pluto is a planet or not? This is my personal belief. I like Pluto. It is actually my favorite planet. And you? What is your favorite planet? I love this question. It's a strange question. Filippo, I think no. I believe it is. For me, it's a planet. It's my favorite planet. Cinzia, scientists say that Pluto is not a planet. I think scientists are wrong. Pluto is a planet. Because it's my favorite planet. Because it's very small. It is small, but the size is not important. It's one of the planets in our solar system. There are even many people who believe that Pluto is still a planet. I'm not the only one. I like Pluto. So let me know if you have a favorite planet or not. I know it's a stupid question. Filippo, maybe my favorite is Jupiter. Nice. All right. Yeah. full of gas. Yeah, very orange. Valentina, I should return to study the space. Yeah. There is a lot to learn from in space. Right? Okay. The universe. And this has us talking together. So I'll leave you some time to think about your answers to some of these questions. You can answer one question or two questions. You don't have to answer all of them. It's not necessary. But one, what do you think we can learn from space exploration? And number two, do you think school children should learn about the universe we live in? Why or why not? Number three, how would our lives be different if we still believed the Earth was at the center of the universe? And number four, if it were possible, would you travel into space? Where would you go? Why? Valentina, my favorite planet is Venere. Oh, is that Venus? Probably Venus. Interesting. Okay. And why is that? My favorite planet is still Pluto. I think it's number one. It's the best one. So, these are interesting questions. Yeah, Valentina said Venus. Okay. Yeah, correct. Cool. So for number one, I think we can learn a lot from space exploration. We can learn about different chemicals, different environments that exist on different planets. We can learn about forms of life, even small forms of life, bacteria, different things that exist on other planets. We can learn more about gravity and how planets work and how they orbit the sun. So there's a lot to learn. For number two, of course, school children should learn about the universe. It's necessary education, of course. Everybody should learn something about the universe. How would our lives be different if we still believed that the Earth was at the center of the universe? Oh, I think we would be living in the Dark Ages. I don't know. I think life would be mostly the same. But I think it's impossible to still believe that the Earth is the center. Because technology has allowed us to go into space. Valentina, I think that we can discover newfound life. Maybe new life? New forms of life? Yeah. Yeah. And if it were possible, would you travel into space? Absolutely. I would definitely travel into space. But it's too expensive. It costs millions of dollars to get into space. Valentina. Okay, yes, life. Okay, yeah, newfound life. Good. I'm confused. You're confused. That's okay. No problem. Okay. So, for space travel, I would definitely go into space. I would like to go to Mars, maybe. Yeah. So, my next question, I already heard from Filippo about being a sci-fi fan, right? Is there anyone else? Another question for you guys. Do you like sci-fi, and what is your favorite sci-fi movie? Filippo says, our lives would be very different. All the current technology wouldn't exist. Also, this communication couldn't be possible because we wouldn't have relativity. Okay, we wouldn't have the theory of relativity and the law. Okay, right. So there would be no satellites. Maybe satellites that orbit around the planet to create communication between different parts of the world. Yeah, all right. I agree with that for sure. Also, if you guys use the Maya's Facebook, you can see the Facebook page for the Milan Montenegro School. That's the one where I work. I did a video. I put a video on our Facebook page about sci-fi films. So if you'd like to watch that, you can go watch that as well. I talk about my top 5 favorite sci-fi movies. For me, I think Inception is probably my favorite sci-fi movie. It's fantastic. But I also love Star Wars, Star Trek, all of those movies. The Fifth Element is a great movie. Lots of stuff like that. Nice. Filippo says, is the grammar tense correct? I think maybe you typed also this communication wouldn't be possible because we wouldn't have a for wouldn't you said had. I think maybe it was just a typing mistake. I thought so you just say have in the present tense. We wouldn't have relativity law, but otherwise yeah, it's fine. Valentina, I wouldn't travel into space because I'm claustrophobic. Okay. Okay. We would say I'm claustrophobic. I'm claustrophobic as the adjective. Like Gene said, I like sci-fi, and my favorite sci-fi movie is 2001: Space Odyssey. Nice. Yeah, that's definitely a classic film. I believe one of my favorite sci-fi movies is Inception 2 or Solaris. Okay. Yeah, nice. Awesome. Yeah, I think Christopher Nolan from Inception, the director, is probably my favorite director. Yeah, all of his movies are really, really good. Check this out. This is a very interesting slide, guys. Aliens. What do you think about this? This is where we get into some speculating phrases and some words we can use. Number 1. Do you believe alien life forms exist on other planets? For this, I would say use this one. I would say yes, probably. I like Nolan. He's a good director. Yeah, oh yeah. He's pretty much the best in our time, probably. Before I would fall inside a black hole like an ninja. Probably. Yeah, I guess you would. So other life forms, yeah, maybe not physical like people. Well, people like us, but probably different bacteria or different types of life forms, technically, that do exist on other planets. Yeah, I think so. But who knows? In a different galaxy, maybe they have other beings like us. That would be interesting to know one day. Number 2 says, have you ever seen an alien? I don't know. Maybe I have. Maybe I haven't. Who knows? There could be aliens living on Earth right now with us. Could aliens already be here on Earth? I believe so. Who knows? What do you imagine they look like? Well, I think our imagination about what aliens look like is similar to what we see in movies, probably. A green man with a head like this, big black eyes. Also, Arrival is a wonderful movie, and the novel on which it is based. Okay, yeah. I have not seen the movie Arrival, but if you say it's good, that means I will watch it actually. Because in this time period of staying at home, it's good to have lots of movies ready to watch. So what do you guys think about aliens? How do they walk and talk? Who knows? Do they have 2 legs? Do they have 2 arms? I would say it's difficult to say. Yes, it's difficult to say. But I would guess that aliens don't always walk the way we do. Maybe they walk in a different way. They have more legs, or they have more arms, maybe. Who knows? People recommend it. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I will watch it. I might read the book too. Maybe I'll read the book. I need to read more books. So what do you think if you met some aliens? Would they be friendly, or do they want to destroy the Earth? I think it's unrealistic that like aliens in movies always want to destroy the Earth. I think they would be somewhat intelligent, but also friendly. I prefer friendly aliens. I hope. Sleep with Ted Chiang. Oh, is that the author of the book? Okay. Yeah, I think that aliens are. Okay. You think that they are? You think that they exist? Okay. Yeah, you think that aliens exist? Okay. Sure. Have you seen an alien? How do you know? Try to use one of these phrases. One of these, I'd say this. Perhaps they have 2 legs like us. Perhaps they communicate with their mind. Perhaps they don't use languages like we do. Maybe they eat in a different way, different than us. I'm not really sure, of course, but I think aliens may be able to travel through space. Maybe they live underwater. All just speculating. So we're talking about guessing. So we'll talk a little bit about the word guess. We can use the word guess like suppose. When we start the phrase with suppose, I suppose this is possible. We can also say, I guess this is possible. I suppose time travel is possible. Or we can say, I guess time travel is possible. I don't know. Filippo says, I'm almost sure that some planets outside our system host some life forms. Also intelligent life forms. Yeah. Almost sure. So yeah, 99%. Alice, I think they might exist on other planets in form of microorganisms. Yes, I believe that scientists have found microorganisms, that exist like on Mars, for example. So, Filippo, that's a good use of host. Other systems host forms of life. It's a great verb. And then Alice, you said they might exist. That's a very good use of that modal verb might, because it's maybe a small possibility. Cinzia says, I think aliens are like the nice little man in the movie Close Encounters of the Third Kind. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I guess so. I guess they would be nice. I guess they would be nice. So here's a phrase that we use very, very often. Cinzia, by Steven Spielberg. Yeah, of course. Yeah, I know the movie. I did not like the movie. I think the movie was a little boring for me. I don't know. It was strange. Some parts were nice, but overall, not my favorite movie. Valentina says, hi, I go out because I have the revision level 8 streaming at 11 o'clock. Okay, yeah, no problem. Thanks for joining. See you later, Valentina. Bye. So, a few occasions when we could use the word guess. Here's one example for you guys. I guess most people are working from home during the quarantine. That would be, I suppose. I suppose, right? So it's a way to start a sentence when you're not sure of something. We use this phrase more often than anything else, I think. Like, we say it every day, I guess. I don't know what to have for lunch, for example. I don't know what to have for lunch. I guess I'll have some pasta. Filippo, I think that Arrival movie is an excellent example of the way to figure the language and morphology of an alien. Okay. Interesting. So it gives you an idea or an interesting way to visualize aliens, probably. Nice. I should definitely watch it. Yeah. I guess I have to watch the movie Arrival. There aren't any taxis. I guess we have to take a train. Oops. But don't want the spoiler. No spoilers. Yeah. This is a spoiler-free zone. Yeah. That's a way we can use guess. Now, I believe that aliens would be friendly, but thinking that aliens are friendly people could be this. Wishful thinking. Wishful thinking is like being optimistic. I believe aliens will come to the Earth one day, and aliens will be very happy, and they will help us, and they'll be very friendly people. It's wishful thinking. It means you're being optimistic. So we'll also take a look at these modal verbs, right? Might, small possibility. Could. Might and could are both more hypothetical. And may is more realistic, but a low possibility. Now, if we can't really use the modal verb can, right, in this scenario, because we're talking about things that we don't know. There is no proof and there's no evidence of these things. So the word can is too strong. If aliens do exist for real and we have proof, we know aliens, then we can say, oh, aliens can speak. aliens can invent technologies. Can is realistic situations. But we don't know aliens exist, so we use modal verbs like might, could, and may, because we don't really know. There's not enough proof. Pretty cool. Now, we have a few questions about astronauts, right? This one has a video, and in the video we see how astronauts sleep in space, how they go to the bathroom, what happens to the urine collected in the space station. Would you like to be an astronaut? Why or why not? So we can't watch the video at this time, but the video is from YouTube if you want to see later as well. But you can speculate a little bit. Try to say things like perhaps, maybe, I guess, might, or use some modal verbs. Philip, the aliens have 7 feet? 7 feet? And speak with a teleological language written with smoke vortex. What? What? That's crazy, man. Okay. They have. So are they 7 feet tall, or they have like seven? They walk with seven feet. They speak with a teleological language made with smoke vortex. That is really a really creative answer. Yeah, really different, really unique. So talking about the terms we have before, how do astronauts sleep? I guess they sleep with like a belt, like a seat belt you wear in the car. But for the astronauts to sleep, I guess they have to use a belt, like a seat belt, to stay connected to the bed. Otherwise, they float. They float in zero gravity. People, they stay and walk on 7 feet. Okay, interesting. That's crazy, man. It's kind of cool. I guess they can walk very fast. People, it isn't my figure, but it's the movie's imagination. Wow, this is in the movie. Wow, crazy, man. I guess they. So the astronauts, I guess they have to sleep with a belt, so they don't float away. I guess astronauts have to sleep with a belt. All right, some sort of belt to hold, to keep them connected on the bed so they don't float away. Because without gravity, right, they just float. Floating is the verb we use for that. You can float, a boat floats on water. Float is the verb for being on water or being in space in zero gravity. That to me would be very fun, to be an astronaut and to float in outer space. How do they go to the bathroom? I guess they have some sort of machine to pick everything up. I don't know. What happens to the urine collected in the space station? Oh, I believe, I'm not sure, but I believe that the urine is filtered. It is filtered, it goes through a machine, and it becomes the drinking water, the water that they drink. So after they pee, in the space station, the pee is cleaned, and the water is removed, and then it becomes water to drink. Chinchilla says, I guess they sleep upright with a belt. Yeah, I think, they sleep like this. Upright. Upright is a good word. Nice. Perfect. Nice. Would you like to be an astronaut? Why or why not? Personally, I would love to be an astronaut. So in that way, I would be able to see space and to be able to see the stars, see different planets, and see the Earth. Felipe says the bathroom is a particular machine that collects dejection under the empty. That collects waste. We would say it collects waste. Waste is a nice word for urine, poop, all those things. You know, when you go to the bathroom, you release your waste. All right. Would say collects waste under an empty container. We need to say like a container, I think. Yeah. Yeah, I believe it's something like that. Okay. Space travel. A company is building a spaceport in the United Arab Emirates. From here, you will be able to fly to your space holiday. This would be perfect. From Dubai, probably. Work with your partner and discuss the pros and cons of building a spaceport near your town. Okay. An example would be, a benefit would be, but a negative point is, pros and cons, pluses and minuses, good and bad points, for and against, positive, negative, benefits, drawbacks. So these are all actually synonyms. Let me try to move this a little bit. See everything. Okay. These are synonyms. Okay, a plus is a positive thing. A minus is a negative thing. Good, bad, for, against, positive, negative, a benefit, and a drawback. So a drawback is a problem, right? It's a negative thing, a negative result. You can also say on the bright side. On the bright side is when you want to introduce something positive. We can say the spaceport will cause more pollution, but on the bright side, we will be able to travel to space more easily. About the spaceport, it will cause more pollution, But on the bright side, we will have easy access to space, and space travel for everyone. So if you want to just give me really quick your opinion on this, what would be a pro or a con to having a spaceport near you, or in the United Arab Emirates? One plus could be more jobs for people, right? A drawback would be extra noise, because I think to travel to space, it's very loud. You need rockets, right? World recognition, okay, it would be very popular, sure. A plus for tourism, it's a plus, yes. House prices, it's a negative. It's a bad point. It will make houses more expensive. Infrastructure, depends. Could be good, could be bad. So if you have an idea, I'll just wait for a minute for your opinion about this. What do you think? What do you guess? What do you guess? What do you suppose? What would you say in this case? Filippo, nice. I think that noise and pollution are cons for a spaceport near town. It's better in a desert place. Oh yeah. Yeah, actually, if they build one, the best place I think would be the United Arab Emirates, I guess. So you have the city of Dubai, the airport. You can fly into Dubai and then drive maybe 2 hours away from the city in the middle of the desert to take a spaceship up to space. That would be perfect. Yeah. So we have just a few more minutes, just about 2 more minutes before we end the stream. But I'll allow you guys some time if you want to write your response. A little bit more time. And then we'll review some of the things we talked about today. I saw some good use of the phrase "I guess." So Cinzia, you said, "I guess they have." I guess they sleep upright with a belt. Yeah. Good job using this phrase, I guess, because it's very common for us in English. We have about 1 more minute, because at 10:50 we have to end the class, because then someone else will start a new stream. Nice. So at that, we'll just review other ways to say a pro and a con. Plus, minus is good, bad, benefits, and then drawbacks is a good word as well. And then we talked about these nice phrases for guessing and speculating about something that you're not sure about. Remember, we use words like might, could, may to talk about things that we aren't sure about. So here are a few great words and phrases you guys can use. It was an interesting discussion. Thank you guys for your responses. I'm very happy that I had today fans of sci-fi and fans of space. So it makes it a lot more interesting. Thank you guys very much. Goodbye, and have a great day. Hopefully, I will see you guys next time in the future during another webinar, another stream. Thank you very much for watching. Great responses, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye, guys. Bye bye.